I have fought hundreds of these battles. What is one more? Over the years, Lilith's disciples have come in many forms. Do not bother running. You were too weak for this fight. Your mind is bad. This shall be of great help. Feel my call. Once again, Lilith's servants fall. No mercy for the servants of Lilith. Return to the hunt. You have earned this. You were unprepared. Pathetic. Let us see if they have an answer for this. Your loyalty to the Mother of Demons will be your undoing. Next time, run while you still can. Maybe you do not realize the trouble you are in, friend. You had your chance to escape. Was that truly your best? Lilith will be disappointed in you. Welcome assistance. You should have brought more help. There is no escape. If I see you again, it will be the last time. Thank me later. Your time has come. You were too weak for this. mother abandons you. Feel my call. Sheer numbers will not save you now. You have earned this. Once again, Lilith's servants fall. This shall be of great help. No mercy for the servants of Lilith. Return to your mother. You were unprepared. No mercy for the servants of Lilith. Next time, run while you still can. Was that truly your best? Doctor, I do not see a medical journal in your hand. Are you relaxing?
Ah, yes. It was finally time for a break. As they say in my home country, Pame Volta. I'm taking a stroll.
Where are you from originally?
Nafplio. It is a beautiful coastal city in the Peloponnese in Greece. You should visit sometime.
The only thing I know about Greece is from listening to my mother's tales about gods and multi-headed monsters.
Ah, but you see, the real Greece is even more magical than any of Homer's epics. You Odyssey it for yourself.
Oh, I see Peter has rubbed off on you, Doctor. Your pun game is improving.
I may be relaxing, but I have to keep my mind active.
If Greece really is that magical, what drove you to leave?
My childhood was good, but it was not easy. My disease often prevented me from going outside, and my social interaction was limited. After university, I continued my research to find a cure for my affliction. For that, I had to follow the money out of the country.
I know what it is like to grow up in isolation. Your childhood sounds challenging.
I was so sick that my parents worried the outside air would kill me. I spent whole months inside my bedroom. Thinking on the past conjures painful memories, Hunter. It's funny. The more I try to run from my past, the more I realize that my fortunes haven't changed.
What do you mean?
I cured a blood disease, only to trade it for a blood obsession. I'm still hideously disfigured, and I remain a shut-in who endlessly pores over books.
Some things must be different from your childhood, such as your insatiable thirst for blood.
Who said that was different?
You were joking. You are joking. Doctor, this is scary. Quite a view out here, Logan.
You know, I didn't always go by Logan. Or Wolverine, for that matter. Once upon a time, they used to call me Weapon X. Not exactly warm and cuddly, eh?
Tough, deadly. It suits you.
Maybe so. But sometimes, I wonder how things would have turned out for me if I'd been given a different name. You know, something softer like Bob or Moonchild. You ever think how your whole destiny got laid out the minute they named you Hunter?
If we are choosing names, then I should be Demon Spawn.
Ah, you want me to start calling you that?
Hold off for now. It could upset the others.
I think you got lucky with somebody like Caretaker watching out for you.
I suppose her name is fitting, then.
I'd have killed to have someone like Caretaker in my life. One way or another, I've lost everybody I ever cared about.
That must have been hard on you.
For a while, yeah. But lately, I've been feeling like I'm getting my edge back. Like when I was younger.
Oh? What changed?
Could be a lot of things. Maybe I've been eating better. Maybe it's some kind of weirdo Abbey magic at work. Or maybe it's the fact that I somehow managed to make a new friend.
If my presence is causing you to reclaim your edge, then I am honored. It is not what I intended, but it is a welcome side effect.
Hopefully it's the only side effect. Otherwise, I gotta contact my doctor. I ain't had a real teammate I could count on since I took a break from the X-Men.
How is it?
It's kinda nice.
Is this another movie night? And if so, where is Nico?
It's not an official movie night. It's more of my way of saying thank you for being a friend. I didn't have many growing up. Wasn't exactly the popular kid, if you know what I mean.
Well, if it matters to you, you are popular with me.
It does matter to me. I know what it's like to be hated, so I'm especially appreciative of the ones who don't. In Transia, it was just me and my brother Pietro for a long while. We wandered from village to village, begging, doing odd jobs, scrounging by any way we could.
That sounds impossibly hard.
We survived. It's why we had to that was the hardest part.
Oh?
When I was a child, Transia was very poor. Our parents could find no work. One day, my father stole bread to feed us. A mob chased him into our neighborhood. I was terrified for him. I told them to stop, and half of them turned to stone. I didn't mean to. I didn't understand my powers or how to use them, but I got scared, and people died. But the worst of it, Father pointed at me and cried out, "Witch." And then he was part of the mob, and they were after me. Pietro grabbed me and ran, faster than any person can run. We realized we could never go back. We were different, and had to look out for ourselves.
I am so sorry. It must have been terrifying.
I thought I was going to be hanged or burned alive for the longest time. And for a while, I thought I deserved it.
Oh, Wanda.
I felt like my life was cursed with misfortune, heartache, and pain ever since. It wasn't until recently that I began to feel that curse lift.
What changed?
You. I met you, and you saved me. So, thank you for being a friend. Didn't know how much I needed one like you. I have some words to contribute. Do you have any siblings?
No. Why do you ask?
I can't imagine growing up as an only child. I've always had Pietro around.
That is your brother?
My twin, yeah.
It must be difficult to be separated from him.
It is. For as much as I love Nico and magic, no one knows me better than my brother. That's the nice thing about being a twin. You have a built-in best friend from the moment you're born.
You two never argued?
Of course we did. He's super fast, though, so he'd just speed away whenever he knew he was wrong. That made it hard to gloat.
Why is he not here?
Who knows? I haven't heard from him in a while, but I know he's okay. Twin telepathy and all that.
You can read his mind?
No, but I can kind of sense him. It's hard to explain, but just trust me. Pietro's fine.
I hope you hear from him soon.
Me too. For someone who's so fast, he sure is slow to respond.
Well, you know what they say about practice, right?
Later.
Hey, Hunter. I want to thank you for giving me such a long leash while I investigated this new breed of vampires.
I could not have stopped you if I tried.
Maybe you're right. But about that, I'm actually putting a pause on the investigation.
Really? You were so excited.
Yeah, it probably seemed that way. Look, I know I have a talent for finding compelling stories that others too often overlook. But deep down, I often feel like I have no idea what I'm doing.
You are not alone in that.
I appreciate that, Hunter. Fact remains that I rarely know which story I'm chasing until I've spent days, sometimes weeks, running after it. And even then, sometimes there is no story. I should have listened to you earlier. It saved a lot of time. Now, I need a break. I'm now 100% focused on defeating Lilith. Dracula's new breed mystery can wait.
Of course. Whatever you think is best.
Thanks for being understanding, Hunter. Hopefully, someday, I can fill you in on all the details. You know, some days I feel a pull. Like something far off is calling my symbiote home.
Space is enormous. How would you make a trip like that?
Good question. I don't know. Most of the time I'm lucky if I can afford a bus ticket to San Francisco.
Do you ever wonder about your symbiote's life before you bonded?
I don't have to wonder. I catch the occasional flash of memory from my other. Only bits and pieces, but they tell a whole story. In one, I see it bonding with a genetically modified Kree soldier who fought in an intergalactic war. In another, I feel its bloodlust as it stands over the icy graves of fallen foes.
Do you share any memories of when it bonded with Spider-Man?
Yes. I prefer not to think of those.
Why not?
You don't know him like I do.
Why do you hate him so much?
It's a long story.
I never fall asleep during a good bedtime story.
This would not make a good bedtime story.
You know I do not plan to stop bugging you until you tell me.
Fine. Remember how I said I lost my journalist job because of some embarrassing reporting? That was partly Spider-Man's fault.
Spider-Man got you fired?
No, he caught the bad guy, like he always does. He just exposed the flaws in my reporting when he did it.
I understand. You wanted the bad guy to go free.
No, of course I didn't want that murderer on the streets. I just didn't want to be publicly embarrassed. Look, the symbiote feeds off my hormones. If they aren't perfectly bonded, a symbiote can suck their host dry.
Are you saying your shared hatred of Spider-Man helped you and your symbiote bond?
In a way.
You owe him your life.
In no way.
But you and Spider-Man get along now.
Sure. If by get along, you mean my other and I agreed not to eat his pancreas.
That sounds like true friendship.
Sure, but it's nothing like the one you and I have. Your pancreas is safe from us.
Hey, Charlie Warley puppy face.
This should be useful. This will do nicely. Always better to be prepared. All set. This should be useful. This will do nicely. Always better to be prepared. All set. This should be useful. This will do nicely. Always better to be prepared. All set. This should be useful. This will do nicely. Always better to be prepared.
Hello?
Hey kid, a mutual friend needs our help.
Logan? But how did you get...
I have my ways. Look, you want to help or not?
Depends on the friend.
Aurora Monroe.
Oh, of course. I'm free now.
Good. You know where to find us.
Where the trouble is.
Eliana, thank you for coming.
Aurora, you can always count on me.
A friendship for all seasons is a powerful thing. Thank the goddess for that. We miss you at the school. You are always welcome home.
I found my home with the Midnight Suns. But that does not mean I leave friends behind. What is the problem?
A year ago, the professor detected a mutant living here with dormant abilities. I met with her, a fierce young woman named Dahlia, and invited her to attend Xavier's school. She declined. The orphanage was all she knew. I came here today to see if she had changed her mind, but according to the orphanage, she disappeared 3 months ago.
Let me guess. As soon as her powers manifested.
It's my fault. I didn't want to push her, to take her away from the only place she felt safe. I thought she could hide in plain sight a bit longer. I was wrong.
You did what you thought was right. As you always do.
Dahlia would never harm another person. And now she slipped through the cracks. Another ghost in the wind.
This city is not kind to its ghosts.
Especially not when it's infested with vampires.
That's why we're gonna find her before they do.
They already found us.
Protect the children, at any cost. As if preying on the innocent wasn't enough for them. They come for the most vulnerable.
I would call them cowards, but they are just mindless scavengers looking for an easy meal.
I've got something they can chew on right here.
Together again, just like they were.
I am getting stronger.
Brace yourself.
Whatever gets the job done. just keeps getting easier.
I will deliver you from her grasp.
Very effective. Enjoy your rest.
That looked like it hurt. We'll share the same.
I should have been more vigilant. Dahlia was on her own here, alone with her burgeoning abilities.
There was only so much you could do. Think how many mutants have faced the same thing. Seems a requirement of our upbringing to face such undeserved trials.
It falls to us to ensure that doesn't happen. Not here, not anywhere.
As they say, it gets the job done.
The forces of nature conspire against you.
Crude, but effective.
I am ready. You won't survive another encounter with me. You were never my equal.
I've got a reputation to protect. You don't want to get up. Too easy. It ain't even satisfying tearing these things apart. I can't tell if they even care.
They may not care, but whoever lords over these pitiful creatures will miss them.
Probably making me as quickly as
You're just a ray of sunshine.
I am I'm always a ray of sunshine. Into your eyes.
That's the magic I know. Not looking good for you.
Good work. That will do.
At least we got here in time to protect the children.
Why bother protecting society's dregs? Hmm? It is beneath your stature.
Beneath me, all I see is you.
The new breed vampires are an evolution, just as mutants were before them. But vampires continue to grow. Mutants remain tethered to humanity, a broken branch on the evolutionary tree. These cast-offs are not your family. They are fuel. There is a food chain. And it is time we ate up. Surely you see it. Just as mutants push humanity ever closer to the ash heap, so too will this new breed. It is the natural order of the
Done.
Any mutant seeking to dominate humanity does not speak for us. You shouldn't cry. You'll only embarrass yourself. So it begins. Does get done. It was your time. Once again.
fall that easily.
Now this could prove powerful.
Tracking mark.
There's no shortage of minions coming to their aid. If you were truly evolved, you would see how your actions against those who cannot defend themselves are misguided.
Oh, does humanity shed a tear for their countless meals? Do they care about their meat?
One does not justify the other. Your mind is twisted.
Or maybe I am seeing things more clearly than ever.
Whatever works for you. More than enough. You're just lucky we aren't allowed to take your life. Next time, it will be forever.
We will never forsake her.
No more time! As she
Your time is coming.
You had your chance.
When one falls, another is born.
We will not allow you to spread this plague across the world.
My kind have little to fear from you. We are the future!
Whatever works for you.
They still haven't realized their mistake.
How long have you been waiting to do that?
I'm right here.
Nice move, bub. That must have taken practice. Maybe it's time you quit this racket.
Do not cross me again.
Reinforcements on approach.
As mutants, you should understand the struggle my kind has faced better than anyone.
Our paths are nothing alike.
Chose to move beyond the limitations of humanity, and I have no regrets.
Stay down.
elements bow to me.
Whatever gets the job done.
It's better if you quit now.
This is what you came for.
Very effective.
You are not my equal.
Reinforcements inbound.
Don't let your guard down. There's still more coming.
Dibs on the ugly one.
You would dare.
Powerful sorcery. Excellent. More than
Where'd you do that?
Do not try me again.
We prevail. For now. Drop! That was a quarter of my power. I'm glad the training stayed with you.
The danger room left an impression. As you did with Sin. She won't be back.
It's why she was here in the first place that concerns me.
Agreed. This is bigger than us. If we're going to take on Sin,
And find Dahlia.
we need reinforcements.
Most of the X-Men are off-planet dealing with the Shi'ar brood war.
Don't worry. The Midnight Suns will help.
Storm, is it?
Indeed. You must be the hunter. Magic told me about you.
Why does that make me nervous?
Nothing but good things, I promise. Thank you for welcoming me into your home. I must say, this place is unlike anything I've seen before. There is an air of mystery and wonder, but it feels welcoming and safe all at the same time. How curious.
The Abbey is special. It even holds secrets that I have not uncovered.
Sounds unique indeed. I can already see the similarities between here and Xavier's school. Speaking of, what do you think is the most interesting part of the Abbey?
I grew up in the Abbey, but I'm still discovering new things about my home.
It's all part of getting older. Perspective gives us a new way of looking at our surroundings.
Can perspective open doors which require passwords?
No, sadly not. Apologies. I have been dominating the conversation. Have you any questions for me?
Yes, I have a few.
By all means, ask away.
Can you tell me about your background?
I won't go into too much detail, but I was left orphaned as a child. I learned how to fend for myself and became a skilled pickpocket.
You stole from others?
To survive, and it worked. I scraped by. After a few years, my mutant abilities presented themselves, and I was approached by Xavier to join the X-Men. The rest is history.
I feel like you were leaving some parts out.
Perhaps. My past is just that. It is behind me, and I prefer to focus on what is ahead.
I saw bright lights coming from your hands. What was that?
It's a little complicated, but I have the power to control the weather and atmosphere. What you saw back there was electricity.
Wow, that is amazing. Now I understand the meaning behind your name.
Thunder and lightning don't roll off the tongue as easily.
You said your powers are complicated. May I ask how?
Maybe I'll go into full detail another time, but let's just say I can't mess with Mother Nature too much.
I see. Like checks and balances?
Exactly.
What is your given name?
Aurora Monroe. What about yours?
The Hunter.
Short and sweet. I like it.
Does your name hold any significance like mine does?
I was told it meant beauty. A little embarrassing, but I understand the intent.
I changed my mind.
The offer still stands.
Glad to have Storm on the team. Hopefully we can find her missing student-to-be.
Thank you for offering your aid, Hunter. Our search for Dahlia cannot begin soon enough.
Storm, may I ask about your appearance?
Technically, you just did. What would you like to know?
Is your hair naturally white?
It is, believe it or not. Most people assume it's a mutant thing, but it's genetic.
Wow, that makes you very unique.
I used to be self-conscious of my appearance. Looking different comes with hardship.
Although I cannot relate, I do understand what you are saying.
Is that right?
While I may not look different, I often feel different because of my upbringing.
That is still valid. How we are brought up is internalized and shapes us in many ways. It took a long time, but I have grown to love my traits, mutant and otherwise. Find me again for next time. I enjoyed spending time with you, Hunter. You'd be surprised how many heroes try to cheat.
I hope we locate Dahlia soon. A new... So, what do you think of Storm?
I am eager to work alongside her.
She has that effect on people.
Even on you.
She was my mentor. Of course I respected her. But it had to be earned first. Some leaders blather on to avoid making tough decisions. But not Storm.
She did not go into much detail about the extent of her powers, but they sound impressive.
Impressive? She is 100% grade A badass.
100 badasses. Got it.
Ah, you are hopeless.
Anything else on your mind?
Caretaker has shared so much wisdom.
When I was a child, we had a saying, grab an egg and shave it.
Are eggs hairier in Greece?
No, but that is the point. The expression signifies you are faced with an impossible, no-win scenario. Over the years, I have been forced to shave a lot of eggs.
Doing the impossible. Sounds familiar.
Yes. You and I have both avoided death.
Gross.
My point is that I'm constantly fighting impossible odds. And no matter how often I defy the universe, it always twists a knife deeper into my gut.
Mountains feel endless until you reach their peak. Do not quit the fight now. Look back and see how far you have come.
That is a wonderful perspective. I feel more invigorated already. I'm continually impressed by your counsel, Hunter. When I'm down, you find a way to make me feel better.
That is what teammates are for. We make up for what the other lacks.
Yes. You are like the yin to my yang.
Actually, I was hoping I could be the yang.
Hunter, you can be whatever you want. At the risk of sounding overly sentimental, let me say one last thing. When I first arrived in the Abbey, you had reservations, justifiable reservations, about letting a vampire into your home. I would not have blamed you if you had kept me on a short leash. But you welcomed me into your home and made me feel like a valued member of the team.
I am sorry for how he treated you. You reminded me that I should not judge the book by its cover.
Please, you have nothing to apologize for. You have grown into my most trusted ally. I look forward to our next adventure.
Bunazua. I was thinking of doing something nice for Strange. You know, to show him how much he's appreciated. He was the only one who took a chance on me after, what happened. Anyway, I was wondering if you had any ideas.
That is very kind of you, Wanda.
Yeah, well, he deserves it. Strange isn't a homemade card or flowers kind of person, so gifts are out of the question. Maybe a fancy meal?
Please do not destroy the kitchen. It would pain Nico greatly.
Fair point. But I can't just leave him with nothing.
Have you ever told Strange how much you appreciate what he has done for you? That would be a kind gesture.
Huh. I guess I haven't. I think you're onto something, Hunter. I'll figure it out. Underneath the cape of pretension, there's a real gem of a human. Don't tell Steven that, though. It'll go straight to his head.
Maybe you can give them a lesson they won't forget.
Target confirmed.
Too weak for this fight. Mother abandoned. This shall be of great help. Feel my call.
Whatever gets the job done.
Nice work.
Chaos.
You'll have to do better than that.
They called in some friends.
I am still the prize. Their time is short. Starting to see how all those stories got started. Let's settle. Just the boost I needed.
It's the least.
You have my thanks.
Strong. Submit.
Here we go.
Where have I seen that before?
Once again, the lift's servants fall.
I'll put it
This shall be of great help. Change their plans.
Fear the Scarlet.
No one is above improvement.
is on our side. Let us see if they have an answer for this. I feel more like myself every day. Are they stronger than they look, at least?
Hopefully they learned their lesson, but we all know that's wishful thinking.
Pretty sure I misheard you, Logan. It kind of sounded like you were asking for help.
I don't make a habit of it, but I figured I could reach out to someone I trust.
What could I possibly help you with?
I see Robbie wasting hours with this thing, and I can't figure it out. It's more complex than most advanced Shi'ar technology.
This device is meant for children to enjoy. It cannot be that complicated.
Right. You'd think so, wouldn't you? But this thing's trickier than one of Charles Xavier's danger room traps. I'm just gonna push this button and see what happens. Well, so much for that. So, what do you like to do for fun?
I used to do a lot of things for fun, but no more. I believe most of those activities were outlawed.
Okay, whoa. Now you gotta tell me more.
In time. I will say this world I have awoken in is a much kinder one than the one I left behind.
I heard the game on here has some crazy dancing mushrooms. It'd be fun to show you.
But the device does not seem to be cooperating. So, what are you going to do now?
There was a time when I would have popped a claw and spiked this thing into the garbage.
But not now.
You've got me thinking positive thoughts these days, Hunter. So, I'm gonna find Robbie or Peter. I'll pop a claw and make him show me how to turn it on.
Ugh, reptilian. Need a pick-me-up? The sun.
Are there any curses I should be aware of? This should serve our purposes quite nicely, I think. An excellent find. It's for... I was under the impression this artifact no longer existed. A true world honor.
Got more coil for me? Came to the right man. Sometimes, I even impress myself. Good. I needed something to do. The latest advancements from the mind of genius Tony Stark, and they're all... Nice. Brought me the good stuff. It's all yours, Hunter. You find more coil, send it my way.
What are you doing out here, Wanda?
Was feeling nostalgic and wanted to visit some old haunts. This is where it all started, you know. Where Agatha decided to take me under her wing and teach me all the magic tricks I wasn't supposed to know.
Agatha must have believed in you.
How do you know? You weren't even here, you were...
Dead, I know. But I knew Agatha, and if she took you on as her protege, it meant she believed in you deeply.
She made me feel like she did. She always believed in you, you know. Talked about you all the time. There was a lot of pressure to live up to your legend.
Wanda, what was Agatha teaching you exactly?
I'm not so sure you want to know, or I want to tell you.
There is no reason to be scared of telling me, Wanda. I am on your side.
Okay, here it goes. Agatha thought I could prevent the Midnight Sun. Prevent the prophecy.
She said that?
I think she was training me to be you.
Wait. Do you mean to say she was training you to be the hunter? To be me?
Basically, yes.
You know, I think you would make a fine hunter.
Oh, come on. No one here can do what you do.
Except for you, maybe.
Well, luckily for us all, we don't have to find out. My girl Nico resurrected you, so it's not all left to me to screw up. And believe me, Hunter, I would have screwed it up. I haven't even been able to trust myself enough to go back to the library and continue my studies. I don't want anyone else to end up like Agatha.
If Agatha was here, I'm sure she would want you to continue your study of the magical arts and grow your power.
Well, she's not here because of my power. So I think I'll pass.
Let me help you work through your fears and become more comfortable standing in your power.
You would do that for me?
When I am done with you, Wanda, your knowledge of the arcane will surpass even Dr. Spooky himself.
All right, deal. Just don't say I didn't warn you.
You're looking well, Hunter. Allow us to assist you. So, you have much experience. Your craftsmanship must be improving, Tony. Something to keep us occupied?
Not my best work, but it'll do.
Not exactly an infinity stone, but it will do. Farewell.
I'm really starting to get used to this place. Sure, the dorms are cramped, but it's better than the rat-infested sewers I've spent more than a few nights in.
At least you do not have to worry about missing your train.
Well, actually, I always worried about the trains missing me. Hunter, can I ask you something?
That is the only question you do not have to ask me.
Okay, well, how do you do it? How do you balance the pull between light and dark?
If you constantly battle your desires, you only wear yourself out. Do your best and learn to forgive yourself.
You make it sound easy.
It is not, but it is worth the work.
I'm not like some of these other heroes. I'm no Captain America. Some days, I don't even think I'm a Spider-Man.
I had not noticed.
Those heroes often do what is right, even if that means letting their greatest foe live.
Do you regret the lives you have taken over the years?
I regret a lot of things, but never the lives I've saved. My point is, I feel a darkness inside that I can't escape. But I can focus that hate and point it toward those who deserve it. Those who would hurt innocent lives.
A moment ago, it sounded like you actually admire Spider-Man.
Spider-Man has caused me more pain and frustration than almost anyone. But he fights to save innocent lives. As much as I sometimes want to see him suffer, I know this world needs him.
Oh, Venom and Spider-Man sitting in a tree.
Oh, come on, are we in kindergarten? And how do you even know that?
I heard it from Deadpool. But his tree song involved Carol and Blade.
Whoa. Why am I always the last to hear about this stuff? So, thanks to my other, I don't often feel the need for companionship. But you're all right, Hunter.
The feeling is mutual. I'm glad to know you will not eat my brain anytime soon.
Of course not. I had half a lobe yesterday.
Won't hold back. Good work. Let's do it again.
Back again. Caretaker said I need to be a team player. So I guess I'm letting you choose for me too.
A wise choice. This will do. A useful addition. Interesting choice.
Ready for more?
I'm curious to test this out. Interesting choice.
Sometimes you just need to spice things up. Try something different.
A wise choice. A useful addition. I'm curious to test it.
Peace.
to fight some crime?
I think Dahlia might be hiding with the Morlocks.
The Morlocks?
Mutants who live in the tunnels beneath the city, and who stay away from the X-Men. There's a homeless encampment by an entrance to the Morlock tunnels. Vampires have attacked it 3 times this week.
That cannot be a coincidence. Do you think the vampires are hunting this child?
I don't know. The city's most vulnerable population is being erased, mutants and humans alike, disappearing from shelters, off the streets.
The vampires go after anyone the world would not miss.
Or even notice.
Until now.
I didn't think Dahlia would seek out the Morlocks.
We will find and question her.
I'm more concerned about her safety. Hopefully we'll get some answers. What do you think they want with Dahlia?
Focus, Storm.
Oh, I am. Those vampires are going to regret messing with me.
That is the spirit.
Yes.
Quickly, we must help them.
Save everyone you can, and keep your eyes open for Dahlia.
I'm looking.
Me too. I just don't like what I see.
Nothing to get worked up about down here.
First it was the children. Now it's the city's unhoused population. These depraved creatures have no shame.
They do not seem to feel anything at all. Only their hearts right.
And yet they're still on the trail of Dahlia, with these people caught in their wake.
Then you're in the right place. At the very least, you can deny the vampires their next meal.
You don't want to get up. First one that makes an old dog joke gets diced. You attached.
I am impressed.
It's about time.
The elements bow to you. You trifled with the wrong guys.
And in a city as renowned as New York, these people have still been left behind.
The lack of empathy is not unique to this city, or this time. Society often turns its back on those who
More likely to be shunned.
Yes, we've all felt it in one way or another. Maybe it doesn't have to be that way for Dahlia. My power knows no bounds.
You had your chance to escape. You were too weak for this fight.
We came here to save these people. We can't accept anything less.
I am impressed.
I've got a reputation to protect. I'm gonna rip you loose. That looked like it hurt. Kiss it goodbye. Not the It just keeps getting easier.
trick.
And in a city as renowned as New York, these people have still been left behind.
The lack of empathy is not unique to this city, or this time. Society often turns its back.
Those with unusual abilities are even more likely to be shunned.
Yes, we've all felt it in one way or another. Be that way for Dahlia.
Some for the rest of us.
Are you prepared? The elements have blessed me.
Done waiting. Too easy. Dibs on the
I call to accept your defeat.
Looks like they called for help.
We're fortunate these are resourceful people. Most of them must have escaped before things got bad.
To survive like this, they must always be looking over their shoulders.
Let us hope that is what happened.
All who serve Lilith will...
I see Caretaker taught you a few tricks.
Nice move, bub.
Behold the light gift!
I owe you a...
Let us see if they have an answer for this.
We must finish off the vampires quickly if there's any hope of finding Dahlia.
Feel free to conjure up whatever you think will speed things up. But watch the collateral damage.
About time. I wasn't even trying that hard.
You were too weak for this fight. We are being watched.
Let them watch. Give them no cause to fear us.
It's all right. You'll be as good as new.
Dahlia?
Aurora? What are you doing here?
I tried to find you at the orphanage, but...
But what?
It seemed you were in distress. I wanted to help.
I'm not the one who needs help. Look around you. I can do more here than wearing a fancy yellow suit. The Morlocks took me in. They just welcomed me into their family. But now someone is trying to tear our family apart.
I am so sorry.
No, you're not. You say you're all about protecting mutants, but it's only the ones who live in that mansion. You don't even see people like us.
That's not true.
What happened here?
We were attacked by creatures. We don't know what they are or what they want. Most of us fled after the last attack. Some are too wounded to move. I just need more time to heal them.
What can we do?
You really want to help? Stop those things from killing my family.
These vampires are truly stockpiling victims. There is something much greater at work here.
As if their torment of these people was not enough.
It is never enough. There always seems to be a darker purpose waiting to reveal itself.
At least it keeps us busy.
As a child, I feared the servants of Lilith. Now I teach them to fear me.
The elements bow to me.
Whatever gets the job done. Crude, but effective. Bad luck for you, bud. You need it more than I do.
Now
That was something.
Now it's my turn.
The end comes for us all, eventually. The forces of nature conspire against us.
They cannot possibly match your strength.
We will not fail. We are the instruments of her will.
You got my attention.
We fear death. She will never stop.
These Morlocks, they live here, beneath the city? Why have I not seen them before?
These sewers have been home to all kinds.
They've survived by avoiding unnecessary attention. And much like their counterparts on the surface, many people do not want to see them.
The modern world continues to surprise me. I had expected better.
I saw a move like that once, centuries ago. Mother abandoned. Feel my call. This shall be of great help. You have earned this. Once again, Lilith's servants fall.
Face your end!
For Hydra! The Mother provides all we need.
There's no shortage of minions coming to their aid. We must find these other victims Dahlia mentioned. Who knows what suffering they have experienced at the hands of these vampires?
There are endless tunnels here.
Never is.
I feel more like myself every day. Return to your mother. Your time has come. You are unprepared. Welcome assistance. Pathetic.
You ain't good enough for me.
Your fate was already sealed.
I'm sure the Morlocks will be grateful, in their own quiet way.
Dahlia! It's over. You're safe.
Thank you, Aurora. And the rest of you. We're not used to people looking out for us.
Is there anything else we can do?
No, we'll be all right. I've healed the others. We'll move where they can't find us.
Dahlia, you don't have to be alone. The X-Men would welcome you.
Thanks, but I'm not alone. And I can't abandon my family for yours.
All right. And if you ever need me...
You'll be the first we call.
Goddess be with you. All of you.
Storm, but I understand where Dahlia is coming from. Hunter, I have a favor to ask.
What do you need?
Storm seems off. I haven't seen her like this before. Can you speak with her?
Of course, but why me?
You both know what it means to lead. She sees you as a peer, whereas I will always be her student. You may be able to reach her in a way I cannot.
All right, I will seek her out.
Thank you. Oh, and don't tell her I asked you to do this.
You can grab a coffee and pet a cat in the same shop. It's pretty great. You were right about the Abbey being special. It's beautiful out here.
I like to come here when I am feeling down.
Subtlety is not your strong suit. You want to ask about Dahlia, yes?
Dahlia believes you only care about the X-Men who choose to join. Her words hurt you.
Not exactly, but they've left me to wonder. And the act of self-reflection is often uncomfortable.
I do not follow.
Her comment has caused me to think about how I treat my students. I don't think I choose favorites, but what if I do without realizing it? Regardless, I'm relieved to see her safe and happy with her found family. I'll keep worrying about her until the vampires are taken care of.
I relate. The Midnight Suns are my family, and I share the same concerns over their safety.
That almost sounds silly, worrying about people with powers. But I appreciate your words. It feels good to know I am not alone.
I think the fear is natural. Having abilities puts targets on our backs.
That is a good point.
Just because we are strong does not mean we are invincible.
Where were you when I was a teenager? That's what leadership is. Knowing when to step in and when to respect boundaries.
How do you know?
They'll straight up tell you. Or you'll just feel it.
Sounds complicated.
It gets easier with time. Thank you for coming to check on me, Hunter. Leaders often have to take these burdens on by themselves.
I am not a leader.
Oh, please. I call it like I see it. Is there anything else?
How did you meet Dahlia?
I learned of her through the X-Men. Once mutants hit a certain age, their powers manifest. I went to offer Dahlia a place at Xavier's school, but she turned me away.
Was that the only time you approached her?
No. The second time I tried, the orphanage told me she had run away. I'm thankful she found companionship among the Morlocks.
I've never heard of a Morlock before.
Morlocks are mutants who are visually distinct. I'm hesitant to call them different, but they avoid the X-Men.
Different?
Some Morlocks may have a gelatinous body, while others have horns growing from their head. Again, visually distinct.
Do you think the vampires are after Dahlia or the Morlocks?
It's hard to say. I do not know what they would want with either of them.
Dahlia and the Morlocks are both mutants. Maybe the answer lies there.
It's possible there's a connection there. I'd rather destroy the vampires before we find out for certain.
How did it go? Is she alright?
We talked. I think I was able to lift her spirits.
That is a relief.
It is sweet that you care for her.
Yes, yes. My heart of ice can melt on occasion.
Anything else on your mind?
What can you tell me about the Morlocks?
I know mostly what you do. They're mutants who live beneath the streets of New York. I read through their shield file. For the most part, they're harmless.
Why does S.H.I.E.L.D. have a file on harmless mutants?
Groups of unknown mutants who live off the grid is a thorny subject in this country. I don't like it either, but until that changes, S.H.I.E.L.D. will keep tabs on them. See ya.
The more the merrier, right? We can use all the help we can get, especially if they're willing to live in this place.
No one ever think. Good to see you getting all buddy-buddy with Storm.
How did you know I was just with her?
I can, smell her on you.
Are you very familiar with her scent?
We were close.
Let me guess, you will not elaborate.
Nope.
What do you know about the Morlocks?
Morlocks aren't bad, you know.
Who says they are?
Society, mostly. Just because they can't pass as normal doesn't mean they deserve to be living in the sewers.
Could they join the X-Men?
They could. But the Morlocks don't trust us. Can't blame them. They don't trust anyone.
Two months of fighting.
Wow. Dahlia was helping all the Morlocks by herself? Good thing we evicted the vamps from the sewers. Man, I just wish I could have brought my bro.
Sounds like Dahlia's found her purpose. We should leave her alone.
There's 2 months I'll never get.
In all my time kicking it in the sewers, I never saw a Morlock. Whatever. Deadpool don't discriminate.
Didn't even know what Morlocks were until today. Damn.
The Abbey is starting to feel like...
I don't know what to say. Morlocks deserve better than living in fear beneath the streets.
Part of being a mentor is watching your students make their own path.
Evil doesn't take time. Neither should we.
Do your thing.
I've used the Abbey's chapel I'm no, but good guess. It's when you're able to continue doing something difficult after you've been tired.
Sounds very useful. What will you do with this new energy?
I'm going to keep tabs on Dahlia and the Morlocks. Make sure nothing else happens to them.
Is that what she wants?
She wants me to keep my distance, but I can look out for friends from afar.
ever notice how pop culture never gets witches right?
I do not know if you noticed, but I am not exactly an expert on pop culture, Wanda.
I know I have. There are old, outdated tropes of witches flying around on broomsticks, turning children into mice with potion-laced chocolate, using glamours to change the color of our hair. Real witches don't just wiggle their nose and get the dishes to do themselves. Real magic comes with a price, and real witches end up paying it. It's not all magic wands and midnight margaritas.
Hollywood's misrepresentation of witches seems to be upsetting you. Maybe you could send them your thoughts.
Hollywood isn't the problem.
But they are contributing to the harmful stereotypes.
Haha, tell that to whoever's in charge of Halloween.
Are there any depictions of witches you do like?
Just the ones that have cats as familiars. Reminds me of Agatha and Ebony.
Give me a sec. Okay, what's up? Sometimes, I even impress myself.
I just hope you brought me something interesting. Something to keep us occupied?
This forge fire is something special.
So...
All right, now we're...
Until next time.
Need a pick-me-up? The science is a bit hard to follow. Best if I don't explain it. We could all be taking better care of ourselves. No rush. I'm functionally immortal. Not that I want to test that. That's exactly what I was thinking.
Hydra forces are transferring some of their equipment out of this area, and you have a chance to intercept it. You'll have to move quickly if we're going to recover any of their equipment.
I don't see any problem with that.
Hail that!
You've secured one of the crates. See if you can't get the others.
We will crush them.
Better than I had hoped.
You have earned this. Even for life.
Temporary.
I saw a move like that once, centuries ago. No mercy for the servants. Good here. You're lucky to still be free. The advantage is mine. No retreat!
You had your chance.
Reinforcements on approach.
Still keeping their eyes on me.
They've armed one of the crates. It's going to explode if you don't get that key. You've secured one of the crates. See if you can't get the others.
I call to the elements.
Leave some for the rest of us. Was that truly your best? I feel stronger already. Behold the light's gift.
That should help. You're not. Next time, don't mess with a witch.
That was the last crate. Wipe out the remaining Hydra forces. Let's get you home.
This is what you came for. To the sky.
Forever in service.
Just a scratch.
They don't seem to be our match today.
It's the least. Let's try this.
They cannot possibly match your strength.
Brace yourself.
Where have I seen that before?
Hydra's standards have fallen a great deal.
Not last much longer than this one. You were too weak for this fight.
Your time has come.
Father abandoned.
You had your chance.
That's one shipment Hydra won't be receiving.
What's happening, Hunter?
I've missed being on the right side of the Midnight Suns. You really aren't what I expected.
How so?
Agatha and Caretaker told so many stories. The idea of you was nearly beyond imagining, but the actual you, rather normal.
Everyone tells me that. I think they oversold the memory of me.
If so, it wasn't by much. It shouldn't be this easy. I always pictured a gulf between us.
The other Midnight Suns only had good things to say about you. I looked forward to meeting you.
I'm sorry it was under such negative circumstances.
The real you. I do not hold Lilith's control against you. You should not hold it against yourself either.
This is nice. It feels better than I deserve.
No. It is exactly what you deserve.
And that is...
A chance.
Such an amazing time.
I will see if I can find you a treat later.
The Abbey exudes a comforting aura.
I just hope you brought me something interesting.
How's it going, boss? Let me do my thing. Sometimes, I even impress myself.
Farewell.
Don't ask me how many times Iron Man has asked me to charge his phone. vampires hit the Morlocks again.
And Dahlia?
Taken.
So this is the part where we bring her back.
I thought you might take some convincing.
You had us at kill vampires.
Do you think they want Dahlia?
Focus, Storm.
Oh, I am. Those vampires are going to regret messing with me.
That is the spirit.
By the goddess.
Sin's handiwork, no doubt. We should free them before they...
This city has had enough of Sin and her pets. She's long past due a reckoning.
Bad news. More on the way.
That is bad. For them.
Go after the ones holding the keys. Let's get these people out of here.
This is intolerable. Sin has gone too far.
Leave none of her new kin standing.
Don't play.
Now that was something.
Time's up for these chumps. Now we're doing it.
Vampires are not the only ones who should fear you.
Watch me.
There's no shortage of minions coming to their aid. As if the Morlocks have not endured enough scorn in this city.
Sin has proven herself willing to step on anyone to achieve her goals.
She'll get what's coming to her.
I will make sure of that.
Never seen that before.
Thank me later.
Time to bleed.
I saw a move like that once, centuries ago.
It was your mistake in coming here. Look to the skies.
That's one hell of a move.
I will deliver you from her grasp. And still, my power grows.
You were too weak for this fight.
Fear death.
This is a serious predicament. The advantage is mine.
Hydra Immortalis.
More of them dropping in. Right under my nose.
We have had no shortage of distractions from my mother. This is not your fault.
Maybe not, but it sure does piss me off.
This is what you came.
No pain will shake our loyalty.
It's weirdos like these that give people like us a bad reputation.
The forces of nature conspire against
Get some.
Temporary.
I'm on it.
A pointless endeavor. As she commands.
Armed Delta responding.
We aren't through with them yet. We must work faster to free these people.
You're the heavy hitter. Throw a hurricane at him.
Can she really do that?
She can.
It's on.
They cannot possibly match your strength. Do not stand a chance.
Starting to see why they call you the hunter.
Where will she cannot find us.
Your fate was already sealed.
We will not fail.
Her will.
Payback's gonna be fun.
Your time is coming.
Awaiting reinforcements.
We're doing as well as can be expected.
Playtime's over.
I am impressed. Leave some for the rest of us.
I call to the elements.
Leave some for the rest of us.
The elements bow to me.
The light is on our side.
Appreciate it.
I see not much has changed in the world's fanatics.
my call. This shall be of great help.
We will not be discouraged. We're losing ground.
I can feel her corruption spreading.
Brace yourself.
I saw a move like that once, centuries ago.
Push me too far.
You are a force to be reckoned with. Once again, Lilith's servants fall.
They are free. Now, where is Sin? Dahlia!
What the hell have you done, vamp?
What have I done? A work of true genius. Personal alchemies, artifacts acquired over centuries.
And blood? Siphoned from dozens of innocents?
Hundreds. Mutant, human, a combined broth.
All to fulfill my one purpose. The creation of a vast immortal army that can cross sacred ground, that requires no invitation.
No flaw, no failure, no death. Just perfection.
No stakes. No silver.
No weakness whatsoever.
Except for me.
Enough bravado! My plan was flawless. All I needed was the right filter.
There will be no more running. You will answer for what you've done here and now.
Why would we ever run from you? We stand proud.
She's right, of course. There will be no more running for our kind.
Then this will end here. Are you prepared?
I am impressed. Return to your mother.
The elements bow to me. Together with me.
Try that more often.
About time. You kissed the mother with that mouth?
You chose this path. Now you must follow it.
Let us see if they have an answer for this.
Now you will see! No more wasted effort!
You forced my hand.
I always knew you were a parasite. But picking on kids? You're garbage.
You always have such a way with words.
That almost sounded like garbage trying to talk.
Enough of your disrespect!
Now who's angry? Even the best can get better.
You were unprepared.
I'll put this to good use.
Your journey is over.
When this is over, your blood will serve as the first of many exquisite meals to come. A banquet of the Daywalker, a mutant goddess, and...
unpalatable.
I very much doubt that.
Come
I cannot be deterred.
Looks like they still want a piece.
The advantage is mine.
Accept your fate.
You would dare!
You should not have...
is the end!
We must help them.
Dahlia's powers are a boon to this world. We will reunite her with the Morlocks.
Ha! You talk as if we haven't already.
I didn't hear a bell.
Neither did I. I am still the center of attention.
They cannot possibly match your strength. Next time, run while you still can.
Afterlife?
They really want to get on my bad side.
Everything appears to be going according to plan. The forces of nature conspire against you.
Now that was something.
Thanks for the save.
Watch close.
I am impressed.
Let's do it. It sounds to me like they just missed their mama.
They brought this upon themselves.
No!
Master!
In the end, you are all alone.
Then so shall it be with you!
It seems vampires are vulnerable to lightning.
That was half my power. Don't move. You're all right now.
You came back for me.
Of course we did.
What now?
We'll take you home. Wherever you want that to be.
You can sleep in my room tonight, Dahlia.
What? No, I don't want to kick you out of your own space.
Don't worry about it. I can sleep in limbo.
Oh, I'm guessing there's no point in arguing with you.
You're smart. Try to get some rest. You need it.
In a bit. There's something I need to do first.
Could you stop by later, Hunter? We should talk.
How do you feel?
Aside from the obvious, I'm alright. Although I've noticed my abilities don't feel the same. I don't know how to describe it, but it's,
Darker?
yeah. How did you...
I have darkness within me too. I understand what it is like.
I don't want it to linger, to control me. How do you deal with it?
I do my best not to tap into that part of myself.
Doesn't that mean you're ignoring that it's a part of you?
Not really. I know it is there, and I can feel it tempting me, but I have learned to keep it at bay.
If you can learn to manage, maybe so can I.
I have no doubts about that.
You know, I'm actually surprised that you all came to rescue me. Don't get me wrong, I'm totally glad that you did. It was just unexpected.
What is next for you, Dahlia?
Honestly, I don't know. But for the first time in my life, I get to choose. Everything is up in the air, but, I'm taking it day by day. I'm still cool to talk if you have more questions.
Has your opinion of Storm changed?
I was really unkind to her in the sewer. I spoke out of anger, and I regret it.
The words you spoke held no truth?
Yes. And no. It's complicated. But Storm showed up when it mattered. She cares about me and the Morlocks, and she showed it.
You should tell her this.
I plan on it.
How do you feel about leaving the orphanage?
Conflicted. On one hand, I hated it. Every day was a reminder that I didn't belong. But I was surrounded by kids who felt the same way, and we became a family.
You miss your friends.
I do. Leaving them behind sucked. But once I learned about the Morlocks, I knew I needed to help.
Then you found another new family.
I'm forever grateful they took me in.
What are your thoughts on the Morlocks?
They're my family. They took me in, and we cared for each other. We're all mutants just trying to get by.
They are not wary of you?
They were at first. They thought I was one of the X-Men. But once they saw I wanted to help, we built up trust.
Is being an X-Men bad?
Morlocks are used to being outcasts because of the way they look. There's a misunderstanding between the two groups,
Have you reconsidered Storm's offer?
I was worried about this question. I have no idea.
That is okay. You do not need to know right now.
There's still so much about the X-Men I don't know about, and I can't just leave the Morlocks behind.
I am sure you will figure something out.
Me too.
See you later, Dahlia.
I hope so.
Dahlia is alive. That's the important part. You spoke with Dahlia.
Yes, I wanted to check in on her.
I appreciate you doing that. I spoke with her as well.
Oh? About what?
I offered Dahlia another opportunity to join Xavier's school.
You asked again?
Third time's the charm. She said she'd sleep on her decision, so now we wait.
How did it feel when you fought Dracula?
How do you think? He's still alive.
You were not even the tiniest bit satisfied?
All right, it was a little satisfying. But ask me again when I kill the guy.
That reminds me, we need to get you a New York.
Getting the Morlocks acquainted with the X-Men will help each team remove any stigma they hold toward the other.
New breed vampire activity is down worldwide. Not to jinx it, but I think we're winning.
Any sign of Dracula or Sin?
None. They're off the board. I think we hit him where it hurts. Without them, the few remaining pockets of vampire activity will die out faster than Chewie devours, well, anything. Anything else on your mind?
Hunter, a word.
Privyet, Hunter. I've used the Abbey's chapel many times. It's nice to have a peaceful place of worship. Dahlia left this morning for Xavier's school.
You do not sound surprised.
She's got the safety of her Morlocks to consider. With so many X-Men out for the Shi'ar Brood War, there's space.
The Morlocks were invited as well?
Yes. Magic ferried everyone to the school. They'll be secure until the vampire threat is eradicated.
I'm sure Dahlia is happy they were able to join her.
It was her idea. She proposed the X-Men and the Morlocks share space at Xavier's school to better understand one another.
She had a good role model to learn from.
No, this was all her. She came to this decision despite my missteps.
So, what are your plans, now that she is safe?
You went out of your way to help me. It is only right that I return the favor. I will remain at the Abbey until your fight with Lilith is over. I was hoping we could get to know each other.
Of course. I am available to answer any questions.
So you're an open book, huh? You don't find it hard opening up to people.
I enjoy satisfying the curiosity of my friends.
That's very generous of you.
You do not share yourself.
I do. But there are some things that need to be kept close to the chest.
May I ask you a question now?
By all means.
Your powers are unlike anything I have ever seen. It is incredible. Was it difficult honing them?
You flatter me. I've learned to control my powers, just like our colleagues in the Abbey. While my abilities are impressive, they can be strenuous.
How so?
Apologies, Hunter. That is something I'd like to keep to myself.
We are still establishing boundaries. There is no need to tell me right away.
Thank you for respecting them. Answers will come in due time.
Lucky for us, I am not going anywhere.
I sure hope not, prophecy killer. I think that's enough for now. Your patience will be rewarded, Hunter. Just not today.
I'm ready when you are. Tony might take all the credit for this thing. Just imagine where we'd be right now without Ada Lovelace. Ready for some hero work?
Our foes will crumble.
I'll make it my highest priority.
It's hard fighting the urge to say something corny yet uplifting before battle.
gonna go easy, but...
That's what I needed.
Ah, I see you have been reunited with your grimoire.
Actually, it's my diary. I'm not ready to be reading spellbooks again. At least not yet.
Making a new entry?
I am.
About what?
About you, actually.
You were writing about me.
I sure am.
Did I do anything to upset you?
Do you really have to ask? Come on, Hunter. You've had my back like no other. You're the first person since Agatha who believed in me. I mean, really believed in me. So, I'm setting it in ink because I never want to forget how you took a chance on me.
Our camaraderie is one that will be retold in the annals of history.
That's the idea. Your friendship means more than you know. Although I'm still not sure I deserve it sometimes.
What makes you say that?
Because I'm dangerous.
But you know that is exactly what makes you a formidable sorceress on the battlefield.
Sure, but it also makes me potentially deadly to my friends. I mean, what if I'm conjuring some spell or hexed some hellhound and accidentally hurt you? I couldn't live with myself.
I harbor the same fears.
You do?
Of course. I often worry about mistakenly injuring my allies and friends all the time.
How do you deal? Because I haven't figured it out.
I remember that sometimes accidents happen on the battlefield, and friendly fire is inevitable.
Well, let's hope you don't get caught in my friendly fire. I don't want to be the cause of any more pain for anyone, ever again.
Except for Hydra. It is okay to cause them pain.
Right, they're the exception.
And Shadowhounds, Nest Mothers, lower-level Lilin, and Lilith. Do not forget to hurt them too.
Okay, I get your point.
I hope so, because we need you, Wanda. We need you to bring the pain. Just be sure to aim it in the right direction, and we all will be fine.
Thanks, Hunter. You make me feel needed, and sometimes that's your own special brand of magic.
It's not much, but I have managed to locate a few details.
Give me a sec. Okay, what's up? Sometimes, I even impress myself.
I'm happy to help, Hunter.
Ready for more?
A wise choice. A useful addition.
Do your thing.